Alan Patton back at Walter Boyd Field in Maroa. We're at halftime, getting ready to start the second half of this IHSA Class 1A second round playoff football game between the Villa Grove Blue Devils and the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. And at the intermission, the Trojans hold a 21-0 lead over the Blue Devils. Quick recap of the scoring. Maroa Forsyth scored on their second possession of the football game. And they scored on a 7-yard run by Justin Mikeworth with 4:27 left to go in the first quarter. That capped off a 6-play, 58-yard drive for the Trojans. And he added the extra point kick, and it was 7-0 in favor of the Trojans. After a missed field goal attempt late in the first quarter, Villa Grove got the ball at their own 20. They started a drive, got a first down on the first play, but then stalled, and they punted to Maroa Forsyth, and 3 plays after that, Alec Martin scored on a 37-yard pass from Jack Hockaday. The extra point kick by Mike Worth was good, and with 27.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Maroa Forsyth had a 14-0 lead. Villa Grove had their best offensive possession on the next series of downs. They started at their own 24-yard line, got all the way down to the 18, converted on 4th down twice on that drive, but the third time was not the charm for the Blue Devils, and they were forced to give it up on downs at the 11. John Henderson came up about a yard short on 4th down and 8, and Maroa Forsyth took over on downs. The Trojans scored their third touchdown of the half with 1:11 to go in the first half as Clayton Zills caught a 28-yard pass from Hockaday. Mike Worth's kick made it 21-0 in favor of the Trojans, and that's where we stand. Taking a look at the halftime statistics, Maroa Forsyth with the edge in the statistical department. Villa Grove, 24 rushing plays, 58 yards. John Henderson has carried the ball 9 times for 30 yards. Terrion Price has carried 9 times for 12 yards. Austin Hubbard has carried the ball 4 times for 10. Shane Frick 1 carry for 6 yards. And Logan Vollmer fell on a fumble for no gain. So that gives Villa Grove their 58 yards rushing. John Henderson, 6 of 11 passing, 1 interception, 44 yards. Shane Frick, 2 catches for 23 yards. Austin Hubbard, 3 catches for 14. And Gabe Palmer, 1 catch for 7 yards. Villa Grove with 102 yards of total offense. Austin Hubbard has punted the ball 5 times in the first half for about just about a 34-yard average, just a shade under 34 yards average for the punting in the first half. Blue Devils with 6 first downs. They've been called for 2 penalties for 15 yards, although one was a very costly penalty as it occurred on a kickoff return by Austin Hubbard. It would have set the Blue Devils up just near midfield, but a block below the waist on the kickoff return moved the ball back deep into Villa Grove territory, and that took a good offensive opportunity away from the Blue Devils. Blue Devils have fumbled the ball once and have retained possession. For Maroa Forsyth, Jack Hockaday leading the rushers, 61 yards on 9 carries. Jordan Bond has carried the ball 6 times for 30 yards, and Justin Mikeworth has carried twice for 17 and a touchdown. 17 rushing plays, 108 yards for the Trojans. Hockaday is 5 of 10 in the passing department for 108 yards and a couple touchdowns. Zills and Martin have the touchdown receptions. Alec Martin leads the way with 2 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. Zills has caught 1 pass for 28 yards and a touchdown. Drew Fredrickson has a catch for 7, and Drew Asherman has a catch for no yardage. So the offensive yardage is split equally for Maroa Forsyth, 108 rushing, 108 passing. They have 216 total yards. Hockaday has punted twice for a 48-yard average. One of those was his first one, a 66-yarder. And Maroa Forsyth has 5 first downs, 3 penalties for 20 yards, and they have fumbled once and have retained possession. And that's the way it stands as we head into the second half, with Villa Grove trailing Maroa Forsyth by a score of 21-0. And Maroa Forsyth will get the football to start the second half of play. This high school football game on DouglasCountyDigest.com is brought to you by Edward Jones in Tuscola, the Villa Grove State Bank, Arthur Flowers and Gift Shop, the Longview State Bank in Villa Grove, Newman, Camargo, and Sidney, State Farm Insurance in Tuscola, the Hillard Agency in Tuscola and Villa Grove, Main Street Gallery in Arcola, Rick's Country Market in Villa Grove, the Hilligosh Schrader Funeral Homes in Tuscola, Arthur, and Arcola, A. Patterson Springs Bed and Breakfast in historic Patterson Springs, Paulie's Barbecue in Arthur, Sewing by Kathy in Tuscola, Tuscola National Bank, and the State Bank of Arthur. And a great big thank you to the cities of Arcola, Tuscola, Arthur, and Villa Grove. We thank them for their support throughout this high school football season. This last week, the Little Okaw Valley announced its all-conference teams for football. And for the Villa Grove Blue Devils, Bjorn Oberg was a unanimous pick on the offensive line for the first team. Ryan Pierce, a unanimous pick at running back for Villa Grove. On the defensive end, a couple more unanimous picks for the Blue Devils. Jared Derby, the nose guard, was a unanimous pick on defense. And Gabe Palmer, a linebacker, was a unanimous pick for Villa Grove. On the second team, offense, Wyatt Beasley, John Henderson, Terrion Price, and Shane Frick for Villa Grove were all named to the second team. On defense, second teamers from Villa Grove include Bjorn Oberg, Shane Frick, and Austin Hubbard. Bjorn Oberg was honorable mention as a place kicker for the Villa Grove Blue Devils. So congratulations to those young men on those honors being bestowed on them this week. And we're just about ready to go in the second half of play. 21-0 in favor of Maroa Forsyth. For one of these teams, this football season will end in 24 minutes of football time. And Villa Grove has some work to do to make sure that they stay alive. John Henderson will kick off for the Blue Devils. He kicks off from left to right. He squibs one, and it rolls out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So Maroa Forsyth will take over 1st and 10. And let's see where they spot the football. Will be in their own territory. And let's see, they're going to put it at the 35-yard line. So the Trojans, dressed in blue with gold trim. Villa Grove dressed in white with blue and gold trim. Jack Hockaday underneath center on first down for the Trojans. He's going to drop back and throw. He looks to the left side. He's got a man open down the sideline, and it's taken by number 7, Drew Asherman. He's run out of bounds by Stephen Miller at the 31-yard line of Villa Grove. And that is a 34-yard pass play from Hockaday to Asherman. Ball at the 31-yard line of Villa Grove. So one play gets the Trojans into Blue Devil territory. Hockaday from the shotgun. He throws down over the middle. It is complete to Fredrickson at the 10, and Fredrickson goes in untouched for the touchdown. Drew Fredrickson, a 6 foot, 150-pound junior, caught the pass about the 10-yard line and went in for the score. His first touchdown of the ball game. The third touchdown pass by Jack Hockaday. That came on a 31-yard pass. 11:46 to go. Only 14 seconds into the third quarter. Justin Mikeworth attempting the extra point kick. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick by Mikeworth is good. So, just 14 seconds into the second half, and Maroa Forsyth has taken a 28-0 lead over the Villa Grove Blue Devils. 2 plays, 65 yards, 14 seconds, all that the Trojans needed to put another touchdown on the board. Couple pass plays, one from Hockaday to Asherman, and then a 31-yarder to Fredrickson. And that gives Hockaday 7 completions and 12 attempts for 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3 different receivers have caught the football for touchdowns for Maroa Forsyth. Tyler Ortman getting set to kick off. Henderson and Hubbard deep to receive. They're defending the goal to our right. High kickoff. Hubbard's going to take the ball at the 10-yard line. He comes down the near sideline, gets away from one man, still on his feet, up across the 40 to the 45 to midfield. Hubbard into Maroa Forsyth territory, and he's brought down at the 46-yard line. A 44-yard kickoff return by Austin Hubbard. And he's brought down at the Maroa Forsyth 46, and that's where Villa Grove will take over. Hubbard had a long kickoff return in the first half, but it was called back by a penalty, but this time no flags, and the Blue Devils have the football in Maroa's end of the field. John Henderson, the quarterback, Hubbard and Frick, the wingbacks. Here's Hubbard getting the handoff over the right side. He gets inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Austin Hubbard with 10 yards on 4 carries in the first half. Ball just across the 40. Going to be a gain of 4 on the play, or rather 6 on the play. 2nd and 4. Here's Henderson, going to keep it himself. He's going to be across the, or down to the 35. He's got a first down. 7 first downs for the Blue Devils. 5-yard carry for Henderson. 35 yards on 10 carries, and it's a first down. Clock running, 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Hubbard in motion. Frick gets the handoff, and he's going to get maybe a yard on the play. Shane Frick, the 5'8", 160-pound senior, number 14, gets a yard on the play to the 34. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Blue Devils with the football. They have a wide receiver to the left side. Here's Frick in motion to the left. Henderson's going to keep the football. He's going to be brought down short of the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Gain of 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Blue Devils. Villa Grove trying to answer the Maroa Forsyth touchdown. Restack wide to the right side. Gabe Palmer wide to the left. Frick and Hubbard, the wingbacks. Terrion Price, the setback behind Henderson. Here's Henderson back to throw. Rolls out. Flag on the play. Pass is tipped by number 57, Jacob Ejankowski. Illegal motion on Villa Grove. That was the, see what the illegal shift against Villa Grove. It has been declined. So Henderson rolled out. His pass was tipped by Ejankowski, and it's going to bring up another 4th down situation, 4th and 6 from the 31. Reefstack wide to the right. Gabe Palmer split to the left. John Henderson looking for the play from Chad Musselman. 2 men in the slot to the right. Price the lone setback. Henderson gets the snap, rolls, throws right, complete to Jake Reefstack at the 20, down to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Villa Grove. That's about the third or fourth down conversion for the Blue Devils. Ball at the 19, a 12-yard play from Henderson. That's the 7th completion for John for 56 yards. First catch for Jake Reefstack this afternoon. Here's Henderson. Hands off inside to Price. Price fights his way for a couple extra yards down to about the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils. 9:23 left to go in the third quarter. Gabe Palmer wide to the left. Reefstack wide to the right side, the short side of the field. Price the lone setback. Henderson throws, pass, tipped, incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Shane Frick, but I don't know if Frick was aware that the pass was intended for him. Going to be 3rd down and 8 at the 17, and Villa Grove is going to take a timeout. That's the first timeout for the Blue Devils in the second half. And it comes with 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. And the ball is down at the 17-yard line of Maroa Forsyth. Blue Devils started this drive at the Maroa Forsyth 46 after the kickoff return by Hubbard. And they converted a 4th down and 6 with a 12-yard pass play to Jake Reefstack. And now they face a 3rd and 8 at the 17-yard line. Moving into the wind. Gabe Palmer's wide to the right. Jake Reefstack wide to the left. This time Reefstack at the wide side of the field. Hubbard and Frick are the wingbacks. Terrion Price the lone setback. Here's Hubbard in motion. He gets the pitch to the right side. He cuts inside the 15 and is going to be thrown back. Looks like Asherman, Fredrickson, and Kurt Beckman. Ball at the 14. Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 5. Hubbard has carried the ball 6 times for 19 yards, and the Blue Devils face another 4th down situation. 4th and 5 at the Maroa Forsyth 14-yard line. 15 seconds left on the play clock. We know that because there's one set up behind the end zone. Here's Henderson. He's going to keep it. No, he pitches to Frick, and Frick loses his footing and slips down at the 13-yard line. And that is going to put the ball in Maroa Forsyth's hands. Henderson had the option. He pitched to Frick. Frick lost his footing on the artificial turf. And it is going to be Maroa Forsyth 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line with 8:14 left to go in the third quarter, and the Trojans leading 21-0 over the Blue Devils in the second round playoff game in Class 1A. Zills, Martin, Asherman, or Fredrickson rather, wide to the left. Asherman's to the right. Jordan Bond the lone setback. Here's Martin in motion to the right. Hockaday from the shotgun. Fakes. Keeps the football. He's under pressure. He's still on his feet. Going to the left side and brought down at the 10-yard line by Shane Frick. Good defensive pressure that time from the Blue Devils. Cole Beasley back there. Shane Frick. They're going to mark the ball at the 11, a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. Drew Fredrickson and Clayton Zills wide to the right side. Martin and Asherman wide to the left. Here's a handoff to Bond around the right side. He gets across the 15, across the 20. He's got a first down and more. Brought down around the 30-yard line, and we'll see where they mark the football. Jake Reefsteck in on the stop. And that's the 7th first down for the Trojans. The ball out to the 30-yard line. A 19-yard gain by Bond. And it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Hockaday in the shotgun. Hands off to the man coming around, Fredrickson in motion. And he's going to get across the 35 to about the 37 or 38-yard line before he was brought down. Jared Derby on the stop. They're going to mark it at the 38. And it's going to be 2nd down and 2 or 3 yards to go for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. Here's Bond wide to the left side. Mike Worth, the lone setback with Hockaday in the shotgun. Now Bond goes in motion to the right. Hockaday gets the snap, looks, throws to the right side to Jordan Bond, and he's brought down by Shane Frick. Nice open field tackle by Frick as Bond tried to dance his way around the tackler. Going to be a loss of a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and 3 yards to go at the 37-yard line. Clock running, 6:18 to go. Here in the 3rd quarter, Hockaday pitches left side to Bond. Bond goes wide to the left side, and he's going to be rolled out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And I think he's got enough for the first down. Jordan Bond brought down at the 41. And it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 4-yard gain for Jordan Bond. That is the 8th first down. Bond, 8 carries, 53 yards. Hockaday hands off to Mike Worth over the left side. He's going to fight his way to the 44-yard line. And Skylar Orwick in on the stop. Mike Worth, 3 yards on the carry, going to be 2nd and 7 at the Maroa Forsyth 44. Mike Worth has carried 3 times for 20 yards and a touchdown. He's also kicked 3 extra points. Here's Hockaday, fakes a handoff, throws left side to Clayton Zills. Zills still on his feet as he gets near midfield, still on his feet into Villa Grove territory. Clayton Zills got the ball on the left side. Looked like he was going to be run out of bounds, but he stayed in and got the ball into Villa Grove territory. And let's see, they're going to put it at the 47-yard line of Villa Grove. So a 9-yard pass play from Hockaday to Zills. First down, number 9. Hockaday gets the snap, throws right side to Zills again. He's still on his feet. He's got the first down and more inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. And the ball goes deeper into Villa Grove territory at the 24-yard line, a 23-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Trojans, trying to add another touchdown to their 28-0 lead. Here's Bond in motion. Hockaday gets the snap. He's trapped behind the line of scrimmage, but he's going to salvage about a yard on the play, maybe 2. See where they mark the football. Going to be at the 22-yard line. Bjorn Oberg in on the stop. Hockaday 11 carries, 61 yards. He is the leading rusher for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. Two wide receivers to each side. Mike Worth the lone setback. Here's Bond in motion. Hockaday fakes the handoff. He's back to throw, and he is thrown for a loss. Number 77, Logan Bulmer, gets in there to throw Hockaday for a loss back to the 29-yard line. A 7-yard loss on the play. For Logan Bulmer. 5'9", 200-pounder. He's a senior. Third down and about 15 to go from the 29-yard line. Here's Hockaday in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws a little flat pass to Bond on the left side. He's going to be wrapped up and stopped. Shane Frick grabbed the leg. And then Bulmer and Skylar Orwick came in to apply the finishing touches on Jordan Bond. And he's going to be brought down at the just inside the 33-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. Going to be 4th down, and we've got it for 19. They have to get to about the 15-yard line. Here's Hockaday, back to throw, puts it up down in the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Looks like Clayton Zills with his second touchdown pass of the game. Zills went up for that high pass thrown by Jack Hockaday. And Zills has his second touchdown reception of the football game. And that comes with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. Mike Worth will attempt the extra point. That came on 3rd down and about 19 to go. Here's the snap, or 4th down and 19. The kick is no good. And there's a timeout on the field with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. And Maroa Forsyth leading Villa Grove 34-0. So the 33-yard pass from Hockaday to Clayton Zills, a 6'1", 163-pound senior, went up for the ball with the Villa Grove defender, and he came down with the football. The kick was no good. Maroa Forsyth with a 34-0 lead, and they're just one touchdown away from the moving clock. Twelve plays for Maroa Forsyth. 87 yards on the drive after Villa Grove gave up the ball on downs at the 13-yard line. Maroa Forsyth moves down and takes a 34-0 lead over the Blue Devils. Tyler Ortman getting set to kick off once again. (12-17) for Hockaday in the passing department. Kickoff taken by Austin Hubbard at the 3-yard line, and he's not going to make it out to the 20-yard line. He's going to be stopped at about the 19, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own 19-yard line. 2:48 to go in the third quarter, and Maroa Forsyth with a 34-0 lead over the Blue Devils. Villa Grove huddling on the far sideline, getting the play from Chad Musselman. He's in his 6th year at Villa Grove and his 5th trip to the playoffs. They missed last year. They have a 3-4 record all-time under Musselman. And with last week's win, they evened their all-time playoff record at 14-14. Here's Henderson on 1st down. He's going to keep it on the option. He gets across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Gain of 2. Henderson with 38 yards on 12 carries. or 40 yards on 12 carries now. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 21-yard line, 2:25 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Villa Grove and Cerro Gordo Bement came into the day as the remaining 2 teams in the playoffs from the LOVC. Here's a pitch out around to the right side. Hubbard getting the football. He was thrown for a loss, knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Devils. Well, apparently he didn't get knocked out of bounds because the clock's still running. 1:45 left to go in quarter number 3. Here's 2 men wide to the left side. Henderson rolling out to the right. Looking, he's under pressure, and he's going to throw the ball out of bounds. He was under pressure by number 9, Jack Hockaday, and number 57, Jacob Ejankowski. And Henderson couldn't find anybody to throw to, so he just threw it out of bounds, and it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Blue Devils. So after the Maroa Forsyth touchdown, Villa Grove with a 3 and out. Austin Hubbard back to punt. He's punted the ball 5 times, about a 33-yard average. Here's a good high kick, but it's short. And it is going to go out of bounds. I don't think he got much on that one. They're going to mark it at the 30, so that's only a 10-yard punt for Hubbard. And that gives Maroa Forsyth prime real estate at the Villa Grove 30 on the exchange of punts. As we said, one more touchdown by Maroa Forsyth. That'll give the Trojans a 40-point lead, and that will mean the clock will be running continuously for the remainder of the football game. 1st down, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, single set back with Hockaday, who's in the shotgun. Hockaday gets a snap, drops back, throws over the middle, intended for Alec Martin, incomplete, overthrown, and Gabe Palmer in on the defensive effort for Villa Grove. That is the 19th pass, or the 18th pass attempted by Hockaday. He has completed 12 of them. And he's almost over the 200-yard mark for the football game. 2nd down and 10. Here's Justin Bond running to the right side, still on his feet. Finally tripped up and brought down by Jake Reefsteck. We've got a flag on the play. Tackle was made Bond finally went down at about the 15, but we have a holding penalty from the 25-yard line against Maroa Forsyth. So that is going to move the ball back to the 35-yard line. That's the 4th penalty. 30 yards for Maroa Forsyth. 2nd down and 25. Well, at the 35, they have to get to the 20. Flag was thrown at the 25-yard line. Here's Hockaday in the shotgun, throws right side to Zills. Zills gets away from one man, pulled down from behind by Shane Frick at about the 21-yard line. 14-yard completion for Hockaday to Zills. And going to be 3rd down and 1. That was a 2nd and 15. So they got 14 on the play, so it's 3rd and 1 at the 21. Here's Bond catching a little pass out in the flat. He's got the 1st down and then more, and he is going to bull his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordan Bond catches the pass for 21 yards and the score. And that makes it a 40-0 ball game with 7.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Just a little flat pass on the left side to Jordan Bond. And he went down the left sideline, fought his way into the end zone. And Mike Worth will attempt the extra point. The snap down, the kick up, and the kick this time is good. And there's a timeout on the field. With 7.5 seconds to go in the third quarter, Maroa Forsyth has a 41-0 lead on the Villa Grove Blue Devils. So that took 3 plays after the short 10-yard punt by Hubbard. 3 plays, 30 yards for the score. Bond, a 21-yard pass play from Jack Hockaday, and Mike Worth with the extra point to make it a 41-0 ball game, and that is the 5th touchdown pass of the day for Jack Hockaday. Trying to figure it. Hockaday well over the 200-yard mark. In fact, I think he's past the 250 for the football game. Tyler Ortman getting set to kick off for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. John Henderson, Austin Hubbard back to receive for the Villa Grove Blue Devils. Good high kickoff taken by Hubbard, and he caught it in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. Hubbard backpedaled into the end zone to catch that, and as soon as he stepped across the goal line into the end zone area, a touchback was waved. So Villa Grove gets the football 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and with 5.4 seconds to go in the third quarter of play. Blue Devils come out. Vollmer, Dahl, Oberg at center, Henderson at quarterback, pitches right side to Hubbard. Hubbard gets maybe a yard on the play, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. And the score after 3 quarters, it's Maroa Forsyth 41, Villa Grove 0.